If you guys want to lead a Nexus, I suggest not doing it for your first try, obviously, but after you get it down, you've done maybe 4 or 5 leaders, I would say keep in mind for the 3rd boss, if you're in Celestial Hills, or if you're in a server that actually does the teleporting, I would suggest make sure you tell the priest or mystic what percentage the 3rd BAM is at, so they could get ready to teleport. I suggest telling them to teleport around 10 or 15%, a little bit earlier, because by the time the BAM dies really quickly, the teleport will come up right away and everyone could just fly over and get the quest before any other group can. It's all about who can get there fastest and who can load up fast, and not everyone has the best computer, so some people might be relying on you to be really fast and prompt. And also, another thing to keep in mind as a leader, make sure you check the populations, because if you notice that 2 areas are almost filled, you don't just teleport everyone to this node if this is almost filled at 120 along with this. You go to the next one and get ready to teleport all your teammates to the next one to get that down, because most likely you'll miss the one before. Some common knowledge, but some people don't know this, so I have to say it before that mistake happens and then you anger 15 people of your team. There's some extra information for people that want to lead. By the way guys, our guildie Ren giving away free blowjobs, so make sure you guys get at him. The name's spelled ReNAFO. If he happens to be hiding on an alternate account, his other names are... Let's see, where's his other name? I swear I'm like... Peaceful Melody, right here. Don't forget the period. Harass him guys, harass him. Alright, so 1 minute until the Nexus starts, but technically, and Master likes to be difficult, it's not 1 minute, it's 2 minutes. 1 minute is when it actually starts the Nexus, and then the 2nd minute that I'm talking about, the 2 minutes, is when the monsters actually start spawning, which is actually when the Nexus starts. He wants to be rich now. He's selling it for 1k. So guys, 1 gold per BJ. Go for it. Alright, so Nexus is spawning right now. Alright, so these black mobs, these are the Nexus mobs. So I just hit one. I'm guaranteed to get something for getting the quest that I got earlier. And for that, I can use my reputation boost to get double, and that'll make me extra. And look at that, I got some Agnator credits, some reputation as well, some gold, hit the mob once. I fight along because it helps finish the nods faster, and the faster we clear it, the faster we can move on to the next nods. And there's my 2nd reward for finishing the 2nd wave of this 1 Nexus nod. Now the 3rd one is going to be, should be a dragon or some ox looking. Let's spawn it right here. Here we go, the dragon. Now, if our leader is good of this Nexus party, I'll start counting down soon for our party members, our priest or mystic to teleport. %. And perfect. Right before the dragon's about to die, we get our reward, we take the teleport. 40 gold right there, 600 Agnator reputation, 100 credits right there. Just for throwing 1 wave of the 3. If you are a teleporting server, it would be wise to stand next to the quest. Sometimes, I understand it's not easy because the monsters will be attacking you. Try not to aggro and stay away. Now, we missed the 1st wave, but we started on the 2nd wave, and at least we got the credits for the 2nd wave and now the 3rd wave. And once we finish this one, we're gonna be prepared to teleport to the 3rd node. And luckily this team is a good team, and the leader is keeping organized the whole party and having our priest or mystic ready to teleport. Now this dragon's about to die, so we're gonna be getting a teleport very soon. Get our last credit. There we go. This one was a little bit late. Don't get mad if it comes out late. Nobody's perfect. Some people make mistakes. But I still made it in time. I got my quest for the 2nd wave. I'm still getting my credits. And now I killed 2nd BAM. We're most likely not going to get that nod all the way at the top left. If we do, we're lucky. And that's the 4th nod in 1 run. Which is pretty decently rare now because there's just so many people playing. As of the new Vision Maker 3 and Advantage gear and all the new stuff that just came out recently. Well, not recently, but everyone's trying to get all the best stuff, and everyone's trying to get all the characters rigged out. Now, the dragon is dead, and that's the 3rd Nexus Nod, and since we don't have a teleporter at the top left, hopefully no other party has a priest or mystic ready to teleport. Everyone's just going to manually just try to run over there quickly and try to get the quest, and I fail and get stuck. Nobody saw that on YouTube. That Nexus is filling up fast. By the time we get there, it's going to finish. I don't think it's possible. It's already red. But this party was pretty good. I got 3 nods, got a lot of credits, and I think I can make it in for the last boss minimum, at least. Why did the quest have to be so far? Oh, I make it for 2 waves. Sweet. Alright. So, I was actually lucky, and I'm getting 4 nods for this one run. Reward earned, another 25 gold. Now, you might think 25 gold is not a lot, but if you're a new player, that's a lot. If you're an old player, think of all the nods that I just got gold from. That's probably 400 gold that just stacked up from all the different nods I did. Now, the last one should be right around here. Yep. Okay, so before we finish killing this boss, I'm going to give you some extra information now. After you finish all the Nexus nods in all the areas, as in, what I mean is all 3 areas are finished. Notice that the Nexus nods turn into these Tranverse nods. That's what it's called. Nexus Tranverse entrance. Do not leave party yet. That's not the end of Nexus. This was just a side bonus to get some extra gold, reputation, and stuff. The Tranverse is actually where we get all our bonuses from. So stay in party, stay where you group. If you disconnect, try your hardest to get back on, because if there's even one person missing from your party, everyone gets a 75% drop rate or lower, depending on the more people disconnected and not in. Now we're just waiting for the Nexus Tranverse to start. Okay, there we go. Wait for your leader or somebody to go in, and you'll get a message to teleport into the Nexus Tranverse. You enter now. Don't worry, everyone will wait for you, but that's because if one person is missing from this area, everyone gets a lower drop rate, and it's more beneficial for everyone to stay. Now, I hope I get some good items in here so I could show you what are the rewards for doing a Tranverse now. Alright, so the first area is just regular garbage mobs. A Lancer or anybody random will try to mob them all. Just go in, kill them all. Make sure you have inventory space. I would say maybe minimum 4 or 5 slots. I try to keep in hand at least a row, because sometimes you get lucky and get some nice drops in a row. Alright, so I think 6 slots is good enough. I've never been lucky enough to get more than 4 items in one run. But if you're lucky, you'll get fodder that's tier 15. And this fodder is worth 500 gold on my server. I don't know about other servers, but I'm guaranteed that all servers are going to be expensive, and you're going to make a good profit from it if you do get 1 or 2 or 3. I've gotten lucky once and gotten 4 from one run. Now you see a bunch of items dropping. I got gloves that are probably worth around 60 to 80 gold, and the second area has 2 BAMs, as you can see. Sorry for the late information, but there's just so much I can say in the short amount of time that these people are raping. The monologue items is the items that are tier 15 that you want to try to get, and if you're lucky to get them, the items will be automatically split between your team, because the leader put the drop to split evenly for everyone. And if you're lucky to get them, that's some money you're getting in your pockets. Now this last boss is going to spawn some trash mobs again, or should I say garbage mobs. Some people ignore them, some people take them out. I prefer to take them out because it just gets them out of the way and you don't have to focus on them at all. There's just so many of them, I just swing randomly and just try to nuke as many of them as I can. And then after a while, once the dragon's HP gets a certain amount, it'll spawn another BAM, the giant. And then at a certain point, it'll spawn another BAM, the lizard, right behind me. And as usual, most of our people are just ignoring the 2 BAMs and just going straight for the dragon.